Hi, let's continue with Microsoft Project. We had a project that had to do with me building a home climbing wall in my living room. And we have the task names and durations, and we've got the dependencies, the predecessors set. And now let's add some resources. We'll do that going to the View tab and Resource Sheet. And I'm going to type in the names of the resources. The first resource is the Handyman. He's a work resource. Larry the Handyman. And his rate was $40 an hour. Then I'll add myself, the homeowner. I'm another work resource. And I'll volunteer my time on the project, so $0 an hour. Then we've also got some material resources. So for the climbing wall, I ended up ordering in bulk a bunch of T-nuts that were used. And those are a material resource. So we'll use the pull down menu and choose material. And then under the material column, we're going to put the units. So they were sold in bags of 100. And then we could add the initials for that, and a bag of 100 had cost $25, so we'll put that in as the standard rate. There were also the climbing handholds and footholds. Those are another material resource, and I ended up buying them in packages of 15. So I'll put that in under the material column. And those varied in rate, but as an average it was about $93 per handhold package of 15. And then the Handyman had his own materials, and I didn't really keep track of what those materials were. He gave me an invoice, so I'll just add that in as another material resource, and the total on his invoice was $541, the lumber and whatever else he bought. So let's go ahead and assign those resources to our Gantt chart tasks. We'll jump over to Gantt chart, and here, if we make the resource names column visible, we can start assigning tasks. So research, that was the homeowner. Decide on wall dimensions, again the homeowner. Order the climbing holds, homeowner. Lumber, order the lumber, paint, etc. That was the Handyman that ended up doing that. And then he had Handyman materials that he purchased. So there was the material cost and then the work cost. Set up the frame, the Handyman worked on that task. Build the climbing wall, the Handyman helped with that task. Paint the wall, last Handyman task, and then the rest of the tasks were me, the homeowner. Now also, yeah, I guess the milestone task is not really necessary to have a resource name there. There was another resource, those climbing handholds and the T-nuts. I'm going to assign those on the task order climbing holds. And we can either assign it with this pull down menu or under Resource tab, there's an Assign Resources button, and we can go ahead and put a check mark next to the handholds and the footholds, and we can choose the T-nut, and then we can go ahead and assign those. But actually there was more than one package of handholds and footholds that I got, and there was more than one bag of T-nuts. I think there were 2 bags of T-nuts. So let's go over to the T-nuts and increase that to 2 bags, and I ended up getting at least 3 handhold and foothold bags, so I'm going to increase that to 3 packages with 15 each, and I'm going to replace those. Yeah, okay, that looks better. So we've got the names of all the resources that we've assigned to the right of each of the bars on the Gantt chart. Now, how much am I actually spending on this project? Let's add a brand new column that has to do with cost. And so we see the cost of each of the summary tasks. If it was just me working on it, I was my time I put as $0 an hour, so we see $0 for those tasks. What about the project as a whole? Well, I could see that if I add a summary task that has to do with the whole project, and I can do that from the Format tab and Project Summary Task, and I can see, well, right now, the way I have it listed out right now, my climbing wall cost $1,930.